Hello, and welcome to Sparks Perspective. Before getting started, I want to take a minute for disclaimers and explanation as to why these recordings are being created. First and foremost, I humbly ask anybody who recognizes my voice as listening to these recordings to not attach my name and therefore personality and ego to these recordings. It is not my intention to strive for prestige or recognition for these recordings. My hope is only to create a tool or resource to help aid a sponsor or newcomer with learning about the program. I would like to make it empathetically clear that these are not intended to replace a sponsor-sponsee relationship. Going through the big book in early sobriety with a sponsor is pivotal to long-term sobriety. Reading through the book prompts many conversations and helps establish a relationship and thus connection with another human being. For the opposite of addiction is not abstinence, it's connection. And that initial meeting with the sponsor and going through this book is pivotal to the beginning of the connection with your fellows. To rely only on listening to recordings and never actually creating in-person connections could be extremely detrimental. It's my greatest hope that's not how these recordings will be used. It is my personal opinion that the Big Book is a divine piece of writing. By divine, I mean something written and inspired by God. It will speak to the reader in a language that they need to hear at the time of reading the book. This book changes as we change. So these recordings can only be based on my current state and my perspective as I see it at the current moment. My big book and my notes in my big book have evolved over the years of going through it. Some things because I learned more things about the program, and others because I see them from a different perspective. It was explained to me early on that the big book is not a book that sits on a shelf. It's a workbook. It's something that we learn out of and we turn around and we teach out of. So we should be reading this book over and over again on our own or preferably with others. I will be reading through the first 164 pages of the big book, plus the doctor's opinion and the prefaces. I will include comments and some footnotes as I have them in my big book. I will be adding pictures of notes and highlights as they appear in my big book, though I need to have somebody else redo the book that I have as my handwriting is far from legible. By no means am I going to be able to cover every single note and aspect of this book in these recordings or videos. We should always continue to learn and educate ourselves about the program. I was taken through the book with 3 colored highlighters, a yellow, a pink, and a blue. The highlighters represent yellow is general information about the program, blue represents hope, and pink represents promises. Then green, which is the yellow and the blue together, is extremely important aspects of the program. I'd also like to state these are not professionally recorded recordings, so I apologize. Inconsistencies. I would do my best to speak clearly and stay on track as best as I can. Thank you and best wishes.